was sitting in that chair, that suit, pretty fly. I approve that message.
Thank you.
Number 3, Doggy, I love you. You know I love you to death. It's good to see you back in studio, but let's tell America something here. We are close. You know, you're my brother from another mother, but not so close where I'm comfortable with you sending me pictures of yourself lounging on the beach. That's what he did, y'all.
Selfies?
He sent me a picture of himself lounging in a lounge chair on the beach. Damn it, you know, calm down.
Well, what
Live your best life.
Here's the thing. First off, Doggy just out here living life.
Yeah.
And listen, just because we didn't throw rose petals at your feet like they did when you walked into Gil's Arena, don't come on here raging on us.
I'm just saying, man. You know, I'm like, yo, he's lounging on a lounge chair on the beach. I was like, yo, we ain't that close. We ain't close like that. What's the matter with you, dog?
Did he have a shirt on? Is the question.
And I believe that
he did. Thank the good Lord.
That now Stephen A. owns. Hey, by the way, congratulations, Lee Majors. How about him? I'm on the beach and I'm reading these. Holy
Good to be Stephen A.
Oh my God, 100? That's the number. Well, you couldn't get 200. I mean, my goodness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you don't know what I'm talking about. You know.
I neither confirm nor deny numbers at all. But
RC, do you think he's going to pull a Tom Brady and take a haircut to keep the roster intact?
No.
Oh, no?
No, Stephen A. Stephen A. said we ain't got no salary cap over here. He like, my money don't affect your money. Hey, I say keep running it up. Because I'm going to go ahead and be like, shoot, I don't need $20 million, but dang. That's all. Run it up, Stephen A. I'm with you.
All right. What kind of money do you think Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are going to get?
They ain't finna get $20 million.
Let's get into that. We got 2 big-name quarterbacks still available. That would be Rodgers and Russell Wilson, who most likely will return to the Steelers. The Giants are also in the mix for a quarterback, but could use their 3rd overall pick on the signal caller of the future. Both Rodgers and Russell Wilson had tough seasons last year, but their numbers still solid. They posted nearly identical completion percentages and ranked in the top half of the league in passing yards per game, with Rodgers cracking the top 10 in pass TDs. Stephen A. Smith, who do you feel like has more to prove at this point? Is it Rodgers or Russ?
I definitely think it's Aaron Rodgers. Listen, not that Russ doesn't have anything to prove. I mean, if you remember, Molly, Doggy, RC, in Russell's first 3 seasons in the National Football League, he only made about $2.2 million as a third-round rookie, or the third-round rookie contract. But he went 6-2 in the postseason. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl championship. In the 10 seasons since, the record is 3-6 in the playoffs without advancing beyond the divisional round. And he's been paid over $303 million over the past 10 years. So obviously, you're not trying to absolve him. But I throw out those stats because it's important to point out that it's worse for Aaron Rodgers from this perspective. He won the Super Bowl in 2010. He was universally recognized one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And he ain't been back to the Super Bowl since. And then he wanted control. He wanted the ability, to influence an organization in terms of helping make personnel decisions and beyond. And since he's had that power, his career has nosedived. We don't talk about Aaron Rodgers in the same fashion. For years, he's a bad man. And then one year, it was just bad. He lost two playoff appearances to San Francisco on his own home turf, Lambeau Field. At least one of those times, held to 10 points in a playoff game. Goes to the New York Jets. We know what happened. Injured on the 4th play of the game. His first year there. Last year, even though he threw 28 touchdowns, just 11 interceptions, threw for nearly 4,000 yards, it was clearly not that great of a season. So we're looking at him and we're talking about his legacy in a fashion that we never thought that we would. He's sort of being inched out of the league to some degree. Russell Wilson, people are not thinking about him that much because they never thought about him in that light. Even when Seattle was winning, it was about the Legion of Boom. It was about beast mode. And it was about Russell Wilson. In Aaron Rodgers' case, it was all about Aaron Rodgers. And so we look at it from that standpoint. We have to look at it a bit differently and say, in terms of more to prove, Aaron Rodgers, this is it for him. And that's why I say what I say. The answer to this question is Aaron Rodgers.
It's very tough, and I understand Steve's answer there. You could make a great case that it is for him. I will say Wilson because I'm not sure if Rodgers is even going to play. He is going to be in the Hall of Fame. His immortality levels dropped some. He would have been an immortal if it wasn't for this jet run the last couple of years. Wilson could be playing for his Hall of Fame candidacy. Right now, he's borderline Hall of Fame. So if he gets Metcalf in there, Ryan, and the team with Tomlin, team's pretty good, lost 4 out of 5 last year, and he comes back, and they can't get on track offensively, and they go, 9-8 and lose in a wild card round, he's going to take a big hit for that. So that is the reason I'll say Wilson, because he's on a team that's got a chance to be really good. Coach doesn't go under 500. Metcalf's a big-time receiver. They got a good defense. History, tradition, made the playoffs last year. We don't even know if Rodgers is going to play.
Yeah.
Wilson, we do know, is probably going to play in Pittsburgh. So as a result, the pressure will be on him to have himself a 12-5 kind of year, ignite the offense, and make noise in the postseason. So,
Doggy, one quick question.
Yes.
One quick question before RC chimes in here. They're talking about the Steelers. They're not going to have both of them. So you were making what you just said was assuming that Russell Wilson's going to be on the Steelers.
Right,
I'm like, he might not be. It might be Rodgers. So,
it might be. I understand what you were saying.
Does that change anything? I'm asking, does that change anything?
I think Wilson's going to be the quarterback in Pittsburgh. If it isn't, why isn't Rodgers already there? Yeah. So I think Wilson's going to be the quarterback, so I think there's more pressure on him.
So there's more pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and here's why. And we know this, right? Doggy, you're talking about what Aaron Rodgers had an opportunity to be, right? He had an opportunity for immortality. And, Stephen A is saying he has these things to prove. It's like Two-Face said on Batman, right? You either die a hero or you live long enough to be the villain. He's in the villain stage of his career. But if you find a way to win a championship with the Pittsburgh Steelers, or if the Minnesota Vikings decide to let you get a year of a run there, now your name is mentioned with the Peyton Mannings. Your name will be mentioned with the Joe Montanas. You will be back in that Patrick Mahomes conversation. I'm going to say this, and I've said it a million times. Aaron Rodgers, individually, is the best player I ever played against. There were things that Aaron Rodgers did when I played for the Pittsburgh Steelers against us that no quarterback had ever done physically, that no quarterback had ever done when we're speaking just about playing the position from a physical standpoint. He made throws I had never seen. He put balls into windows like quarterbacks had never done against that pressure, against Dick LeBeau, against what we could do on the back end. Leaving the Super Bowl in 2010, 2011, I said to myself, this dude is going to win 4, 5 Super Bowls. He's going to be thought of as the greatest to ever play the game. And that never materialized. And so now it's going to be, can you be humble? Can you put ego aside? Can you put team first? Can you walk into, whether it's Pittsburgh, walk into Minnesota and say, Mike Tomlin, I trust you. Kevin O'Connell, I trust you.